Hello, boxing world. It's yours truly, Art Man Boxing. Back with another boxing conversations. This time we're doing a little art session, man. It's been a minute since I did some real work. I know everybody see me in Vegas doing my thing, but now I'm back in the cities, and I gotta get some work done. So let me let everybody know we on here cooking. Shout out to everybody that tuned into my channel, subscribe, and been supporting me since day one. I be rocking. They thought it was over for the art man, but nah, it's not over. We still working, and we still got more art to do. You know what I'm saying? That's how we roll. Let me let everybody know we on here live now. I'm just letting everybody know we live on Twitter. But even if they don't show, we still working. Let me go ahead and let everybody know we on here live. Yeah. Said salute, glad I can make this one. Hell yeah, we just in here cooking. Said I knew you wasn't going nowhere when Cruz got those boxing didn't retire. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Of course, dude. Man, a loss don't define you. It is what it is. We did want our brother Wilder to win, but it was unfortunate he lost. But he came up short. But it was still a great fight at the end of the day. Um, let me see. Let me this camera. Hold on, y'all. Let me mess with this camera. Yeah, we just in here cooking. Let me adjust this. So what's good, Art man? Hey, you see what I'm doing, man. You see what I'm doing, man. Same old, same old. Let's get the ball rolling. Who should I paint up first? Uh, Crawford or Porter? Nah, I think I'm gonna start with Crawford first because he the champion. Let me draw a champion first. Let me draw a champion first. Said Fury was the bet, bro. It was unfit considering the second fight. I had to take those odds. Oh, you say looking forward to that merch. Rob from the UK. Shout out to Rob from the UK. He just shopped Art Man apparel. Let me put the link in the chat. Um, yeah, shout out to Rob. He's a real one, dude, from the UK. Oops. Hold on, y'all. Let me. Cause I just made this StreamYard account too. Hold on. Yep, y'all hit the Cash App. Art Man Boxing. Art Man Boxing. Say you got Crawford. Hey, matter of fact, let's talk about that. We've been talking about Wilder versus Fury all fucking year. Now let's talk about the new fights. Porter versus Bud, man. Man, dude, I still haven't made my pick on that, dude. And a lot of people been waiting. They've been saying, "Art man, who you picking? Who you picking?" I'm like, dude, I understand. Crawford is an amazing fighter. I actually rank him as number one pound for pound on my list. Um, but this is a tough fight right here, man. People thinking that he could pull it off easy, you know, which is something that's not uncommon, especially if you already been knocking people out in your division, you know. But this Porter, he's different. He's different from the mean machines and he's real different from the mean machines. We and the washed up Kell Brooks. Even though Kell Brooks beat Sean Porter, we all know the version that Terrence Crawford beat was not the version that beat Porter. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and hit it off light. Real shit. What y'all thinking? So I think Crawford versus Porter. Bet underdog. If you think anything, or maybe Crawford by stoppage, only value I think. Dude, one thing one thing's for sure, we don't have to speculate to see. We don't have to guess to see if these guys are working hard. Even though I've been hearing a lot of people, you know what I've been hearing a lot from people? I've been hearing that since Porter got all these jobs and shit, commentating and whatever, people think that he's not training hard. He's slacking. And I said, don't be fooled, man. Even though you see him out here doing his thing, Porter is still an athlete, man. He's in that gym. He's working, dude. His father would not let him take a fight like this if he knew his son wasn't working. Porter's definitely working. I know he's working. I have many reasons to believe he's working. Just like we working. Said absolutely. Crawford gonna have to pull his W out Porter's ass, but Porter has a bad habit of smothering his work and punching over his toes. Crawford can capitalize it. Dude, man, I ain't gonna lie. One day I saw Crawford hitting the bag and he was switch hitting on the bag, like switching from southpaw to orthodox. And I said, dude, what the fuck? I couldn't imagine fighting a guy like this, where I'm training a certain way, and then he switches the style on me, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? That's something that Team Porter really has to think about is the switch hitting. Um, this guy, he can go from orthodox to southpaw, and I don't care what nobody say, but that nigga, that's a hell of a fucking skill, dude. A skill that the guy y'all wanted play, y'all want as pound for pound can't do. I haven't seen Canelo switch hit before ever. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit makes you a little special, dude. Because how do you prepare for somebody that's gonna fight? Were you gonna spar one person and then spar the next person? Spar one orthodox, one southpaw person? You know, that's what I'm thinking. But shout out to everybody in the chat. We in here cooking up. I'm working on this artwork as usual. Back on my motherfucking grind, man. Vegas was cool though. Vegas was real decent, man. I got me some good trees. I was living my life. Said Porter did walk right into that Spence hook that dropped him. If he gets that reckless against Crawford, he might not get up. Crawford punches very accurately. That is very true. That's very true. And Crawford has a great punch selection. But one thing I noticed about Crawford is that he thinks. He thinks. You can see him think. You can see him thinking when he's about to throw a certain type of combination, man. I think what Porter said, he says, man, I'm not going to give this guy any time to reset. I'm not going to give him any time to think. I feel like that's a good game plan for Porter, dude. You got to come at him. You got to bring the fight to Crawford. But you got to be smart. You got to be smart. Dude, really think about it. If Porter tries to do what AJ did against Usyk, which was, even though, you know, I do really well being very physical, I'm gonna sit here and try to box him, then I don't think that's gonna be a great plan for him. So he gonna have to go in there. Porter has no choice but to go in there because he's not gonna win. Dude, let's be real. Even though this is boxing, he's not gonna win a boxing match against Crawford, dude. It's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. Can he win a dogfight against Crawford? Maybe. And I feel like that's his best chance. Says salute MP. What the fuck? Salute, man. We in here cooking up, dude. Y'all see me in here paying the fucking pound for pound great. You know what I'm saying? We giving our brothers flowers when they still alive, still out here moving and grooving. Just like how I want my flowers, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I do. We show love. We show love and we paint timeless art of these brothers. But yeah, let's keep it moving. What y'all saying in the chat? Said now the dust has settled though on what Wilder does next. I love the Ruiz fight. Should be easy to make one too. It should be. Um, with Wilder, we gonna get into Wilder a little bit more. Um, we heard the champ still doing good. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he does next, but as of Crawford versus Porter, that's what my concern is right now because this is the fight that's coming up. And Herring versus Shakur, man. I know y'all ready for that. We just got some great fights coming up, dude. And the Art Man can't wait to paint them all, dude. Real shit. Hey, somebody just hit my like button because they brought up the Charlo comment. Hey, Charlo is one fucking hilarious dude, man. This guy Charlo says Wilder fans or boxing fans in general are fucking broke and gonna go cry in the car. Bro, like, if that ain't a slap in the face to people who support you, bro, I don't know what it is, man. I really don't know what it is, dude. Charlo, he needs some fucking help, man. I heard he fired his dad and his uncle, but he need to go ahead and hire him again because somebody needs to be in his corner and tell his ass, bro, you making all the fucking wrong moves right now, bro. Don't get it twisted. You got this money and all this, bro, but that shit can be gone tomorrow, nigga. That shit can go tomorrow. A chick can say you touched her, nigga. Next thing you know it, that money's gone tomorrow. You owe her fucking $10 million. You'll never fucking know when it comes to money, man. And these people. So I don't understand this shit with Charlo, like constantly insulting the people. Like, bro, like, nigga, do you not understand that a lot of Wilder fans are your fans too? But hey, they don't understand that shit. They don't understand that shit. They think just because a boxer got a fan, that fan is just a fan of that one boxer. No, nigga, we loved you too, but now we looking at you like, man, fuck you, bro. We broke, huh? We ain't gonna spend none of our broke dollars on your fight never fucking again. Shh, motherfucker. Said broke because we bet money on him. The Castano fight. That's why we broke, nigga, because we betted money on you to fucking win, bro. Jesus Christ. And I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, I was holding my tongue with that Castano fight. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. I was holding my tongue with that fight, man. I like I said before. I said Charlo didn't do enough to win, but he didn't do enough to lose. But now I'm looking at it like I don't know, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if they would have ruled in Castano's favor. And then on top of that, you was all beefed up with fucking Tony Harrison when you lost that fight. You wanted to get your rematch ASAP. You wanted that rematch ASAP. But now you fought Castano, you got the toughest fight of your fucking life. And now you singing a whole nother tune. And what got me beat is, you notice that this motherfucker was quiet? He was quiet since that motherfucking fight in August. All the way till Wilder fucking lose. Then you want to talk about Wilder and his fans. Like, bro, grow some fucking balls, dude. What type of shit is that, man? Shout out to everybody in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We still dropping them bombs. We bomb squad for fucking life, dude. Hell yeah. Said, do look happy getting the tie versus Castano. Yeah, and then you want to talk about somebody, bro. Like, it's at a point where even Fury diehard fans are saluting Wilder saying, hell yeah, nigga, that's a fight of the fucking year. Wilder wanted his shit back in blood. What do you want? What do you want, Charlo? Do you want shit back in blood? Do you want to fight back in blood? It don't look like you want Castano back in blood. It definitely don't look like it. To me, it sounds like you hoping that you get some mandatory out of nowhere. That's what it sounds like. Cause you've been super quiet, but you wouldn't call us broke. Well, get your rich ass in the ring with Castano. That's what the fuck we want to see. That's what our broke asses want to see. We want to see your rich, skillful ass fucking versus Castano. That's what the hell we want to see in the rematch. Because, nigga, regardless of now, you represent our people. You represent Black American fighters, unfortunately. So we want to see you go ahead and put in that fucking work. If you're not putting in work, but you want to have a nerd to talk about us, please, please, with all disrespect, shut the fuck up, Charlo. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Like, we forgave you after them dumbass comments, but then you want to come back and bring the shit back to life, dude. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. That nigga tripping, man. Like fucking Tank said, that man back on that coke. He got to be on that coke because he talking real reckless. Talking about he got shooters for Deontay Wilder. Nigga, shut the fuck up, dude. Man, something wrong with that dude. I don't know. Some telling me like, dude, I should just take it easy on Charlo because maybe something's wrong with him mentally, you know. But then the other side on me is saying, fuck this guy. This guy's talking that bullshit, and then he ain't even put in work his damn self. Got Castano talking about some, yeah, I want to fight you. Where this guy at? Where the fuck you at, Charlo? Besides Twitter, you on Twitter, but want to call somebody broke and shit. Like, what the fuck, bro? You over here talking to the same broke people. Said salute Art Man and fam. He said, yeah, he was just happy as hell because he got that gift. Said he been hella quiet since that Castano fight. Bro, and that's what make people not respect you because it's like, bro, hold the fuck on. How the hell were you so quiet after Castano fight? But then another man get into a fight where he wanted his revenge. He lost, but the motherfucker wanted his revenge. What do you want, Charlo? The fuck you want? And you want to pop out? Oh yeah, y'all broke. The whole community was mad at me. Nigga, now the whole community say fuck you now. They ain't just mad at you now. Now it's like, bro, fuck you, nigga. And nigga, you might get your ass robbed by one of these fucking fans. Calling somebody broke, nigga. What, bro? Niggas be forgetting that, bro. You weigh 154 pounds, bro. It don't matter if you got all the skills in the world, you'll still get your ass beat the fuck up by one of these broke ass fans out here, dude. Cause people take that, they take that shit to heart, bro. Like, man, somebody made a good point. Said Big Charlie, at least he know he got to shut his mouth for bringing up that resume shit. Yeah, said there's no question it was the best Wilder on Saturday night. Only criticism was his engine, but his balls was fucking there. It was there, dude. There's no Fury. Even the Fury fans try to clown Wilder, but they can't say this. They can't say, hell yeah, nigga, that was not a fucking great ass, historic fucking fight. That was a historic fight. See what happens when somebody want their revenge? But Charlo, on the other hand, do he want his revenge? No. He being real quiet. Only time he come around is to point the finger at black folks. Like, what the fuck? What type of shit is that? And you a man, bro? What type of shit is that? Wanna have the nerve to talk about us, call us broke and shit. Nigga, how the hell you got rich? Us. Us. We got you rich, nigga. I ain't want to talk about how we was watching your pay-per-view fight and my pops and fell asleep on your ass and I had to wake up pops like, yo, pops, it was a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Niggas fall asleep on your damn fights and you want to talk about somebody being broken, all this shit, bro. We be fucking holding our tongue for you, dude. Real shit. We've been and the fact that we've been defending this clown, it just make us feel like, what the fuck? Why we why in the world would we defending this guy for him to do us like this? Say we broken this and that. Seriously. Said I'm British. It was iconic. It'll be talked about for years to come. Yeah, exactly. Boxing needs the Fed's oversight. Dude, you know one thing somebody wanted me to talk about? They wanted me to talk about the long count. And shit, the reason why I ain't want to go too much into that long count talk, because the fight's already said and done. I don't want people to say, oh, you guys are conspiracy theorists or whatever, but it's apparent, man. That count was long as shit for Tyson Fury once again. Once again. But the fight's all said and done. Tyson Fury won. It's the end of the night. It's the end of the fucking show, end of the trilogy. And that's that. But I'm gonna keep it 100. That the second time it was another fucking long count, dude. And I'm just like, yo, what the fuck, man? I remember us being in the crowd, dude. I thought it was over, dude. I was ready to go turn to my fucking bed and slip. Nope. They let that man continue, and then he got up and won again. You know what I'm saying? Shit crazy. Shit crazy. But on to the next. On to the fucking next. Shit crazy. Shout out to everybody in the chat though. Y'all hit the Cash App Artman Boxing. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Artman Boxing. We back. We back. We ain't running nowhere. We still here. You know what I'm saying? It's still Bomb Squad for life, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Still USA for life. You know what I'm saying? I'm rolling with my brothers. Can't wait to see Porter versus Crawford though. That's one fight I can't wait for, dude. Let me see what y'all saying in chat. I bet if boxing was run like every other sport in America, less dirty tactics will be used and refs will be punished. Yeah, man. Said every knockdown was long count, but benefit both from the ref. Yeah. Yeah, dude. With boxing, like, dude, we definitely do need like somebody to like an oversight because there is sometimes like in boxing, like man, I got a homeboy. I ain't gonna say his name, but he's really pissed off with that Wilder versus Fury 3 fight because he's like, yo, that fucking count was long as shit, man. And then Fury was still doing the neck wrenches. But I'm like, dude, man, it's like if they not gonna stop it and they ain't gonna call it out, like, then there's nothing we can do about it as fans because it's like they, as long as we still paying for it and doing all that, it's just not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop. Until somebody get real life murdered in the ring on some shit with some cheating shit, that's when the Fed's gonna step in. Otherwise, it's just that's just that. That's just that, man. Like we don't want no accidental. If it's like a purpose, like the motherfucker go in there with loaded gloves and whatever, and he end up killing the dude. That's when the Fed's gonna step in for real. Other than that, they just gonna let them keep on rocking and letting them do all this foul shit. You know, real shit, man. Real shit. They gonna let these people keep on doing this shit. As long as the fans we still buying and we not saying nothing, this shit gonna continue, man. Said the count was long because it was paused. That was because the ref had to ask Wilder twice to go to the neutral corner. And you see, like, bro, what the fuck, man? Yo, I forgot about that. I totally forgot that the ref told Wilder to go back to his corner and this and that, and he stopped count. Oh my fucking god! But like, we weren't even thinking about it at the time because we're so on our fucking heels from that fight, man. We were so on our fucking heels, man. Shit just be going on in this sport. Like I remember saying on one of my lives, like, yeah, bro. Even if there's ways to cheat in this boxing that don't revolve around using a tempered glove or whatever. There's ways you could cheat by holding the clock down and all types of shit, or push the ref breaking up the fight while the fighter has a momentum going on. There's a lot of tactics that you can use to change the outcome of a fight, man. And we got to be real about it, dude. We got to be real about it, man. Shit happens, dude. Like that long. And then they had a whole fucking, and you notice during the fight they had like a whole ordeal about long fucking counts. And I'm like, yo, why are they making like specials about a long count? Like the shit's fucked up. We wouldn't be having the trilogy if the count was accurate the first time. But here the fuck we are now. Here we are now. History's been changed forever, dude. History's been changed forever, man. Great fucking fight, though. That's one thing we can all agree on. Great fucking fight. But shout out to everybody in the chat. Said Crawford looking more like Crawford than Crawford, bro. Yeah, man. I just be doing my thing, man. You see, I'm an art man, though. I just be doing my fucking thing. People be like, oh, art man, you just draw Wilder. No, man. It's not the only person I know how to draw. I draw them all. Black and white, Mexican, Ukrainian, all that shit. We paint them all. They on the list. Ted Cheeseman, he on there too. Shit. I've been getting a heavy Ted Cheeseman request. So he on the list too. Hell yeah. I just do my little art sessions. We just come on here, we talk boxing, yo. Matter of fact, I'm about to roll one up right now. Said Fury power recovery is incredible. It's the narcotic, man. I done seen a couple fucking crackheads get knocked down like that and still get back up. It's the fucking narcotic, man. It gotta be. Said Ted Cheeseman. Yeah. Hey, for some reason, the fans said they want some Art Man Ted Cheeseman work. And one thing about me, I work for the people. My job is to work for the people. My boss is the people. I can draw my favorite fighters all day. That don't mean nobody gonna buy them. Shit, if they want Ted Cheeseman, that's what they want. Shit, as long as they talking about spending some money, that's all good. Well, yeah, this is definitely going on a hoodie, y'all. This definitely going on a hoodie. And I love what I do, man. I just be making my own shit. Like, bro, I be laughing. Hey, if y'all go on the Facebook groups, y'all gotta go see that shit. It's so hilarious, but it's fucked up. So everybody, Bud, Bud Crawford and Errol Spence, they got their own like fan bases that be going. Even though we fans of each other, there's a little beef going on between Terrence Crawford fans and Errol Spence fans. And right now, one of the topics of discussion is Terrence Crawford's logo. Man, dude, go on the Facebook groups loyal to the game. Go on the Facebook groups, bro, and see the shit they be talking about Bud's logo and this and that. Bro, somebody said, man, Art Man needs a job working with fucking Bud because Bud's logo is trash. And I'm gonna keep it 100. I fuck with Bud, but that logo is, it is a little funny style. It's, y'all know what I'm talking about. It's a little funny style, the T and the C is decent, but I'm like, bro, like, come on, man. You a pro. I can get you on some better shit than that, bro. Come work with the Art Man. Say you should do some retro drawings. Barrera Morales T would be amazing. Yeah, bro. I'm doing all that, man. And that's the thing. I'm gonna do all that. And there's people hating on me. Oh, I'm gonna go snitch so they can sue you for drawing it. Like, dude, who's gonna besides a nigga like Charlo, who would sue a boxing fan for painting amazing photos of them? Besides a nigga like Charlo. Because Charlo would do some shit like that. Dudes want to knock my hustle. I'm like, bro, keep it 100, man. You know my shit's fucking lit, man. And one thing I love about what I did, man, I went to the fight and I see multiple people wearing my fucking merch. That is dope. That's how I knew I really made it. When I go to a fucking fight and there's people wearing Wilder's merch and they're wearing my fucking merch. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? But hey, that's how I know I'm working, man. And I'm thankful, man. I'm thankful God gave me this fucking talent. And I'm thankful I got a good speech and I could talk about this boxing and people want to pay attention. No, besides Charlo will fucking sue. Oh yeah, you broke ass trying to draw a picture of me for some money. You're broke. You broke fan. Jesus Christ, man. What the fuck, man? I'm really stuck on that shit. He really sat there and called fans broke. Like, do you not know that we work fucking hard we work hard as shit, bro. And we spend our hard-earned money on your fights, and you want to turn around and call us broke? Yeah, some of us are broke, but nigga, man, I wonder what Muhammad Ali would say about the fucking these call for fighters these days, bro. The Black American fight. I sometimes I swear I wish I could just wake Muhammad Ali up from his eternal slumber and ask him, bro, like, hey man, like, what do you think about these boxers cooning? Real shit. Like, dudes like Ali was ready to die for the community. And then you got guys like Charlo talking shit about us. Like, bro, Ali will be turning in his grave if he knew what the fuck was going on right now with the fucking future Black American fighters, man. Besides Wilder, I think Ali will fucking love Wilder. Like Ali's ex-wife said, she said, man, she thinks Ali would fucking love Wilder. And that's true because it's not just about what you do in the ring, it's how you make people feel outside of that ring too, man. Some boxers just don't got that, man. Said, would you come to the UK for an event? I'll buy you fish and chips, man. Hell yeah, I go out there. First thing I do is go buy me motherfucking some fish and chips and get me a knife just in case somebody try to run up on me. Cause I am a little celebrity out here. I got my own paparazzi. I don't know if y'all seen. Hold on, y'all. I don't know if y'all seen, but we gonna talk about it, man. We gonna talk about it, man. I was in Vegas just doing my thing, you know what I'm saying? I went to go enjoy the fight, yo. Got my little trees, you know what I'm saying? I'm just having a good time. And then I get to my hotel room, right? I log into Twitter, and this is what the fuck I see, dude. Nigga talking about the lonely walk home. I'm like, yo, what in the world? Somebody took a picture of me. She got these nice bread 11s on though. You see our man out here studying, you know what I'm saying, with the custom gear. Hell yeah. But, I'm just walking back to my hotel. And I'm like, yo, look at this shit. 380 likes. I got my own paparazzi, dude. Said reason number 1614 why I don't show my face because motherfuckers are weird. And then my dudes, and it backfired because the guy, and this, everybody they do everything for clout, bro. They do shit for clout, man. And it backfired. People saying, hey man, say what you want, but like, unlike most of these Twitter tough guys, Art Man puts his face on it and shows all that pull-up talk. But then when we get the sneaky pics, why the fuck we getting sneaky pictures? And y'all, I thought y'all was about that life. Come on, bro. And then somebody says, so y'all weirdos secretly taking pictures of folks? This is hella weird. So this is some next level hoe shit. Like, what in the world? And then and there's people really getting upset because they're like, yo, like, who does this? Who in the world does this weird ass shit? Like, who takes pictures of random? I'm a bro, and it's not like I'm just some random guy that you took a picture of and then post on. No, you know who I am. You know the shit I be talking, and you didn't run up on me. You didn't do shit, but you just sat there and took a picture like a fucking weirdo. This shit's fucking weird, my guy. Like, you could at least have some balls to come walk up to me. Said the British love you, bro. Nah, real shit. They do love me, man. Shout out to the UK. Shout out to the UK, man. No hard feelings. It's just politics. Y'all know it's just politics. But that's just weird. Don't be taking no pictures of me, bro. You could at least say, hey, man, can I take a picture with you, Art Man? Bro, and that's the thing. I said, man, y'all know I'm just a regular person, man. I know y'all see me on Twitter and this and that, but I'm just a regular guy. I got a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? I got my own little side hustle. I talk boxing. I ain't no rich motherfucking guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not yet. I'm getting there, but not yet. Speaking of that, y'all hit the Cash App, Artman Boxing, $ Artman Boxing. We in here working. Hell yeah, we in here working. Yep. Said when Frampton, Warrington, and Kelly got killed, black people didn't have half the energy they have right now. We need to fix that. Said paparazzi, you love the attention. Rude of them not to say hello. Yeah, real shit. So they stay on that weirdo shit. Says some of us Brits give him shit. I don't get it. We all love the sport. We good. Happily, we have some beers at the show and chat boxing. Yeah, we need chat boxing, man. Real shit. But I'm glad that people recognize me as an important figure in boxing. That lets me know that I'm doing something. Like, yo, it literally went from me just talking boxing on the Facebook groups to people buying merch from me and taking pictures of me, and whenever they tweet about me, the shit gets like 100 fucking retweets and shit. I'm like, yo, like, what the hell? sometimes the shit that involve me, I be getting more. They be getting more retweets of shit that involves me than I have subscribers on Facebook, which is really me on YouTube, which is pretty weird. It's like I don't even have that much subscribers, but I got so many people watching and viewing me. It's crazy how that shit works. Say F the haters. Nah, real shit. F the haters. Shout out to the supporters. Shout out to my dude Don Shout out for copping some merch for me, bro. Shout out to my dude Rob for copping merch for me, bro. Real shit. It's really appreciated, man. It's really appreciated. Real shit. One of these boxers need to put me on their payroll. I swear I'll make them best fucking merch ever. I made some shit for Jamal James. He put me on the payroll. That was dope. Nah, real shit though. But real shit though. I'm looking forward to a lot of these fights, man. Wilder so far, Wilder versus Fury 3 definitely has the title for fight of the year. Let's see if these other fights can top that. So I'm out 11 p.m. here. Have a good night, lads. Hell yeah, shout out to you, man. Shout out to my folks in the UK. Bro, I did that video of me talking about the fight after, man. That shit did fucking. I did 2K views on that shit. I'm like, wow. Hey, but y'all want to know a real conversation I had though recently? So my dad follows me on Twitter, and I had posted on Twitter. I'm like, man, I'm taking a break because I real life wanted to take a little break. I'm like, dude, like, man, I've been talking about this boxing shit for a long time now. Let me like take a day or two off or a week or two off. And my dad called me. He was like, hell no, nah, son, you can't be out here taking no breaks. You are man boxing. You got to keep on talking about this boxing. On to the next fight. You ain't Art Man Wilder. You're Art Man boxing. You got to keep on talking boxing. I'm like, you know what, pops, you right. So I got back on Twitter. I'm like, yo. And then I got back on Twitter, and the first thing I seen was the same shit they was talking about Wilder. Oh, Wilder's depressed. That's what they were saying about me. They were saying Art Man's depressed. Art Man's gonna go hurt himself. Art Man's gonna shoot up the place. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Then I dropped the pictures I was working on. I'm like, dude, nigga, Art Man ain't never quit. What the hell? I ain't never quit. Bro, I'm not. Here's the thing about me, y'all. Even though Wilder is my favorite boxer, he is not the only boxer that I like, that I consider a favorite. Like these two brothers right here that I'm painting, I love these brothers. Pause. But I love these brothers to death because they both gave me some entertaining fights that I'll always remember. And then on top of that, they're about to give me an exciting fight that we we have so much respect for Bud Crawford and Porter that we know that they're going to give us a great fight. No questions about it. I would be surprised if this fight does fucking 300, 400 plus 400K pay-per-view buys. I would not be surprised if this fight does like 400K pay-per-view buys. Said facts. So I'm glad the champ ain't retiring. He said, my dude D Hodge said, I absolutely have no following, and I got inbox with more N words than a fucking Quentin Tarantino film. They was cussing at you like it was the Hateful Eight, huh? Hey, by the way, Hateful Eight is one of my fucking favorite movies. That shit's fucking hilarious. That shit is hilarious, dude. If you ever want to play a drinking game uh to the fucking movie Hateful Eight. Take a shot every time they say the N word. I guarantee your ass will probably die by the end of the fucking night or have to go get your stomach pumped. Cause they dropped the N word on that fucking show, movie, about 1,000,000 times. He said your pops is right. Stay grinding. Hell yeah. We always working, bro. We always working, man. But it's crazy though. Like I be really feeling like a celebrity. Like, and it's so crazy. This chick was telling me, she was like, yo, be careful when you go out there, because she was telling me this. She was like, even though you don't know, you may not know these people, they know you. They know you, because you got to think about it. You get a lot of views on YouTube and shit. Even though if it's like 100, 200, 1,000, that's still a lot of fucking human beings, and you're just one man watching. So yeah, I was kind of shocked when I seen that picture of me, but then I came into realization, like, yeah, I guess that comes with the territory, you know. But yeah, that shit was funny as hell, dude. Uh, so I feel like we'll get a fourth fight. Everyone's talking about this fight as one of the greatest fights ever. I still feel Champ will be undisputed. It's still fuck cheating as Fury. Yeah, fourth fight, shit. I fuck with you, Don, but I don't know about that one player. Uh, man, I think Wilder just need to go ahead and let Tyson Fury just live his fucking life. Get the fuck out the way, because this guy's, it's just too much. It's like, bro, like, it's too much of a hassle dealing with this guy, Tyson Fury. Bro, Tyson Fury may not tell y'all. Hold on. Because people talking shit. People talking shit. They're talking shit on Twitter once again. So I said, "Oh my lord, I'm imagine my surprise when I saw Artman picking another PBC fighter to defeat a top rank. I didn't say he would win, and I didn't say I'm picking him, but it would be a good ass fight. Marcus Brown versus Better Biev. I do see Better Biev on a decline, and I do see a young Marcus Brown. I don't know. We'll see. Those one of those fights we're gonna have to see. It'll be crazy if he does pull up the upset. It will be super crazy if he does. Then what? With boxing, bro, and this is what I like about this Porter versus Bud fight. Cause I'm like, bro, with boxing, you never know. You'll never know. Tripping. You'll never fucking know. You can fuck around and be a guy coming off a loss, right, to a great champion, and people think it's over for you. And then you can fuck around and beat another top dog. Then what? Then it's like, oh shit, well maybe he could beat this guy, but he could beat this guy, and I rate this guy high. Like, man. Yeah. Said these guys have nothing better to do than talk. Said Better Biev has literally fought nobody. Brown is his first real opponent. And they know it. You know what they say? They say, oh, because Better Biev fought Vochtik. Like, bro, who gives a fuck? Vochtik, that fucking washed the fucking 40-year-old Stevenson, a guy that they said they don't even like because Stevenson been inactive for so damn long and he don't fight nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, these boxing fans and their narratives, dude. They always switch the narratives when it's convenient. They always switch the narrative when it's convenient. So Beterbiev has been getting hurt in fights lately, and he's not a spring chicken. Yeah, ain't the motherfucker like 35? Bro, his last fight, bro, we all seen that shit. His last fight was tough as fuck against a who? A guy that we don't even remember. I don't even remember what the guy looked like. I just remember he had a tough ass fight. Yep. Said Voshtik was beating Beterbiev's ass too. Beterbiev started rabbit punches to the back of the head to end it before he lost. That was true. He was throwing a lot of rabbit punches in there. And me, I ain't gonna lie, I was double looking at it because I was like, yeah, this is the same motherfucker who just did Stevenson fucked up. Adonis Stevenson. So I was just like, whatever. Karma for that ass. But hey, man, it is what it is. Like, man, I don't know, bro. It'll be some, bro. I don't know. I might put a little money down. I might put a little money down. Said it took the 11th round to stop Voshik. Voshik, yeah, like, bro, like, come on, bro. And who has he really fought? Who has he really fought? The motherfucker literally retired after that fight. He retired. The motherfucker retired after that fight with Beterbiev. Who the fuck was that guy? Motherfuckers retiring and shit. Motherfucker had no career but retiring. He didn't do one pay-per-view card, but he want to retire. And this is the guy that we supposed to give Beterbiev credit for. So I'll be honest, all top rank champions have been fighting nobodies lately. Facts. Besides fucking Tyson Fury and Crawford. Crawford just got this fucking this fight though. I love this fight though. I can't wait, man. It's gonna be a dog fight. It's definitely gonna be a dog fight. It's gonna be a dog fight. What if Porter dropped Bud? Then they gonna be like, whoa, whoa, didn't expect that shit. Didn't expect that shit. The theater of unexpected. It would be, bro. If Porter wins this and becomes a 3-time welterweight champion, what? That would be, man. That would be crazy. That will be crazy. A 3-time welterweight champion. Said Stofik Voshtik was the most skilled in that division, arguably on the linear. I think Brownie still might pull off the upset. Man, I think Brownie gonna pull up the upset too, man. I do too. And I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not afraid to say it. I said, I don't know, maybe I don't know. Let me see. Let me see what it's looking like when it gets closer and closer towards like, the training camps. Let me see that before I really make a full judgment. But I'm just saying, I'm just sitting here thinking like, yo, I'm not sure. I wouldn't be surprised though. One thing I know for sure, I wouldn't be surprised though. Who would really be surprised? Because you see the motherfucker on a decline. You see him on a decline. I don't know. And Better Beef was losing that fucking fight with Vochnik. He was losing that fight until that motherfucker got winded from all them fucking rabbit punches to the back of his damn head. Yo,
What's going on? How you doing?
shit, we in here cooking, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah, no, I agree. Like, I didn't think initially that they would be putting like because I was always wondering to myself how come Better Beef didn't just unify with Bivol a while ago, and then I watched some Bivol fights because Bivol actually been fighting some people at 175, unlike Better Beef. I understand that Midwest is talking about how Gvozdyk was had the most skill in the division, but I'm like, okay, that's great, but his we're measuring that by his destruction of a Stevenson already prepped for retirement. It's like, okay,
Yeah,
so if that's the measure of greatness, it's kind of like how people are only acknowledging Wilder's skill now because they realize if Wilder's a bum, then that means Fury has only accomplished beating a 41-year-old Klitschko who two nobodies managed to actually stop, and he went 12. So you see how, like, if we're using that as the measure of greatness, then we got to bring up ages
exactly,
because they have no problem bringing
exactly.
up ages when they want to make fun of Wilder's resume, but when everyone else is fighting people that are over 40, even though Luis Ortiz was 38 when he first fought him, all of a sudden it's like, oh well, that was different. It's like, no, you got to keep it real, keep it real.
We got to cut that shit out because in boxing, this is men versus men. We all grown at man. If you lace up them fucking gloves, you're gonna fight a man. That's how it is, dude. Like I don't care about age really, unless if you like a damn Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr. age. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
because it's like this, dude. Young dudes beat up old dudes beat up young dudes all the damn time. We're all men at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
What's going
No,
on, y'all?
absolutely.
Sometimes, like they say, older men with men's strength can beat the young gun who don't got the men's strength, who got the youth.
Very true.
You know what I'm saying?
And people are talking like Brown A doesn't have the age advantage and B doesn't have the ring experience. He has wins over Badu Jack and Top Dog. And his only loss was a technical decision to Pascal, and that's only because Pascal's head opened up. So it's like, I mean, people are talking like he just is a complete nobody. And I'm like, wait, he has more credentials at 170. Well, he has
Wait,
one
that's
credential.
that's that's Brown's only loss
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is.
to a
Mm-hmm.
roided up Pascal.
Yeah,
Yep.
and keep in mind he only lost it was what his head opened up at what round 6 or 8. I don't remember.
Yeah,
Think,
that cut.
think. I
Yeah,
can't
so it was in
remember
the eighth
all
round.
y'all.
So he had 4 more rounds to get that ass. So people acting like he's some bum, and it's like, bro, who you talking about? Like, better be in his spot. Who exactly? He was struggling with people we still don't recognize. Like, come on, bro.
Baby be fighting them.
Yo, how y'all doing, man? How y'all on here
What's
doing?
going on, bro?
Doing well.
We good, man. We just chilling, man. We talking about the up and coming fights, dude. Do
Bro.
you agree? Do you agree with us? You think we tripping when we say that Marcus Brown fuck around and beat Better Being?
Yeah, I like Better Be too, but if I'm being honest, I think it might look like the FBA Java versus Sanchez fight.
Brown is no
And,
joke, man.
and who's who? Who play who in that fight?
I was gonna ask.
I think Brown Sanchez and Better Be FBA Java.
Oh, okay, real shit. Yeah, because honestly, to me, Brown should win. If Brown loses, that to me seems like the upset. Because Better Be If has been tested by fucking, like I said, by absolutely nobody. So to me, if Brown loses, that's the fucking upset. Better Be If is all hype at this point. Because who you knock out? Fucking Callum Johnson? Like, what the fuck we talking about?
Who?
Oh,
Exactly.
Callum Johnson is still a nice win and stuff like that. He's a solid opponent,
My
opponent
dude
and stuff
Don
like
said
that.
who?
That's exactly my point.
Yeah, like Brown is a live dog, man. Y'all saw what he did about dude, man. Yeah, Brown people
I'm gonna
calling him
go
out, man.
rewatch those fights.
Craziness.
Yeah, watch some tape on him. Watch some tape on him. Like he had already beat Lennon Castillo, that dude that fucking Callum Smith just put into a coma. He beat Top Dog. He beat Kalizis, however you say that last name. And then he beat Badu Jack, and his only loss comes from Pascal, and that's because his head opened up in the eighth round, which means he had 4 more rounds to beat his ass, and he might have gotten away with it. So the amount of disrespect Marcus Brown has taken in such a short time is
Yeah,
crazy
he
to me.
do. They make it seem like this nigga got like 10 losses.
Literally, he wasn't
See, I,
even
I,
getting
I
beat
don't think
up by
it's
Pascal
the
either.
losses that make people doubt him. I think it's more so of how his career went. See, I think a lot of people forget Marcus Brown. He was mandatory for B-Vol. He didn't take it. He was mandatory for Vosdick. He didn't take it, and this is not the first time he been better be mandatory. He was just mandatory 2 years ago. He didn't take the fight, so I think that's
Hell
more
no.
so why people doubt him. And then yeah, and then plus I don't think Brown takes the best punch anyway. But in this fight, I don't think he would get punched that much because I feel like his feet will keep him away from Better B's power and stuff like that. And let's be honest, Better B like 35, 36 years old, dude old as
Yeah,
hell.
and the
He only
motherfucker
fought
fighting like
once in the last 12 months.
And he fights like every Eastern
Yeah,
European
he,
heavy puncher. Like he fights like Gassiev. He fights like who's that other dude that Usyk beat up? Like he fights like Gassiev. He fights like Breedis. He fights like those people, and they only have, they use the Soviet high guard, plot forward, jab, hooks left to the body, right hook up top. That's it. And
yeah,
and Brown is one of those people that if you don't give him any respect, he's gonna fuck around and beat your ass. Like he's kind of like Sean Porter. He's kind of like Sean Porter that way. Like if you think, oh, football Sean Porter ain't finna do nothing, okay, and then you gonna fuck around and get surprised.
get your ass whooped. Yeah, and
Oh,
I love that right there. What do y'all think about his punch resistance?
yeah. I'm
from
not
Sean
gonna say
Porter.
he has no chin, but you don't want to get into an exchange with Better Biev because it's not even that Better Biev has like solid punch selection or contact. It's just that when he's desperate, he rabbit punches and he can get you out of there. It's the same thing that Gavage just kind of did with Adonis Stevenson, and the same thing that Better Biev did with Gvozdyk, because it was going the whole distance, and Better Biev had barely won a fucking round. And then the 11th, he just said bink bink, and then the fight was over.
Yeah, I remember that shit. He was getting his
Yeah,
ass popped.
he
Yeah, I
wasn't
don't,
winning
but
shit. He was horrible.
I think I think the Stevenson fight someone played a part in that because you gotta remember he put Stevenson in a coma, so I feel like he was kind of scared to use his full power against Better B. Because I've seen Rose that have more power than that, but it seemed like he was pulling his punches against Better B.
Nah, because he
And
probably
if we
got
being
his.
honest, Better B don't take the best. Better B don't take the best punch either. He got knocked down like 4 times. He got knocked down against Tom Johnson and shit like that, so he don't take the best punch either.
Absolutely not.
Oh, don't he got like a 100% KO ratio?
Yeah, but
I think
like I
so.
said, he been under that top rank protection program. So this is
Oh,
like
yeah.
I said, this is his first elite opponent. If he get past Brown, then maybe I'll start to give him some credit. But personally, he hasn't been rated against anyone that's like fucking currently rated. I mean, okay, you want to give him some credit from Callum Johnson, that's great. But he struggled with Adam Deans, and like, who the fuck is that? Like, dude, that I saw that man doing drive through last week. Like, what are we talking about? Who the
I don't
fuck is
know who
that?
that is.
Exactly, like, bro.
I'm a boxing super fan, man. I don't know who the fuck that is.
Neither did Top Rank. That's why they let Better Be a fight him. And I had no
He
idea
said
that
neither this
Brown
top rank. Damn.
and I
Hey,
had no idea that Brown had been the Mando so many times. I would have been calling that up if I had known.
to get off the subject, somebody said something real funny. They said, fucking FA Job about to get that call from Top Rank to tell him to pack his bags.
Oh, I saw that on Twitter. I don't think he's gonna get kicked off the fucking stable. That'd be crazy. Top Rank don't
I
have
mean, it
nobody but
would be
fucking
crazy
Anderson.
because you see what the fuck they did to Elvis Rodriguez. They said, "Nigga, get your shit to get the fuck up out of here," cuz.
I
He
think
said
they
that
kick
shit.
him off the stable. They kind of stacked that heavyweight. They don't need him at heavyweight. They got Jared Anderson. They got Tony Yoka coming up. They cool without FA.
What Top Rank acquired Tony Oka?
Yeah, they got Tony Yoka.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, FA might be about it. I didn't even know all that. I thought all they had was Anderson. Fuck.
Yeah, so
Oh
you,
shit.
yeah, I
Should have
know,
kept
right?
his ass over at PBC. He was just probably scared he'd get too much work.
And that's what it is because they put him against that Russian nigga, and then he was just like, "Oh hell no," but that was the start of okay, we fuck with you. Now it's time for you to up the competition, and niggas don't be ready to up that competition just yet without the right check. I feel like PBC will give you like a decent check just to step it up the competition, but not give you one of those Wilder versus Fury checks. And they'd be like, "Hell no, that's too much of a risk for my career." And they just back out. Think about it. Who puts their fighters in harder fights? Their prospects in harder fights? PBC or Top Rank?
It's not even a real
Top rank.
question.
I ain't gonna catch top rank.
You think Top Rank?
It's most of the
Yeah,
time, no, it's
I'm gonna be
PBC.
honest. Out here, nah, I ain't even gonna lie like that. If TFC Lopez was PBC, he wouldn't have been in the room with Richard Kobe.
I think he would be in there with Richard Comey a lot sooner, a lot sooner than when he was.
Nah,
I
cause
feel
look at
like top,
this.
I feel like Top Rank was on
They
some
got Tank
boxing shit.
and they got what's their dude name? They got Tank, Rolly, and all them dudes over there, and they didn't even put them in the ring with Richie Comey.
Well, that's because Richard Comey was top ranked. And like that's
Yeah.
how that happens. But my question is, are
But
you
shit,
saying that
he was
top
with
rank?
Top Rank when he fought Robert Easter.
My I'm sorry. Repeat that, please.
No, I want to
He
know.
was with Top Rank when he fought Robert Easter.
Oh, that's true. He did fight Robert Easter. But my thing is though, is top when you say the top rank matches their people harder, is it that top rank really matches their prospects tougher, or are top rank's prospects always rush to prominence ahead of them actually proving themselves? Because look at people like what's his name, Gabriel Flores Jr. that got the living shit beat out of him by some person we had never heard of. Gabriel Flores Jr. was getting all these flowers super early, and he had been rated against practically nobody. I mean, even Lomachenko. Lomachenko came in and lost his second pro fight to a senior citizen with 12 losses, and they were talking about he's the second coming of Christ because of his amateur record. So is it really that top rank matches their prospects super tough, or do they overrate their prospects before they actually have a chance to prove themselves?
like Berlanga.
Oh fuck! Don't even. I never rated
It's
Berlanga.
not that they match him tough. What other
Okay.
promotion company would have had like their top prospect lose to Salido and then immediately put him in there with a top prospect like Gary Russell? I mean, top contender like Gary Russell.
Someone who wants to rush and build a name because they know a champion is young and they don't have that much ring experience. And keep in mind, he got an MD. That means that Lomachenko couldn't even convince every judge that he won that fight. So it was incredibly close.
Yeah, but that like only Top Ring does. The Top Ring is they don't play games with their prospects. Either you get it or you don't. You ain't got to get the fuck up on up out of here. That's how they do all their prospects.
Get up and give me that green card.
I mean, so what's up? What's up with Berlanga and Zayas and some of the other people? I guess I'm still waiting on them to see some challenges because I don't think that the person that Berlanga got matched with was any particular challenge. I think that says more
He was
about Berlanga than
knocked out in front of the
I
crowd.
always thought he was overhyped.
yeah, and I think that's the top rank model to overhype prospects. I don't think it's matching them tough. I think it's just their limitations are exposed before they have a chance to rise. And like, why do you think that top ranks PvP number one and all the people they start are like their lists are constantly being changed because the people keep getting wiped off the list? Like, I don't think that's we match them so tough. I think that's just we picking the wrong people.
Yeah, I think I don't know. Okay, for example, who do you feel had a tougher upbringing through the ranks? Bud Crawford or Errol Spence when they first started off boxing? As a pro. Do you,
Well,
do you
well,
feel
well.
like
Bud wasn't always a top ranked fighter coming up.
okay? For as far as we can remember, like because we know Errol Spence was fighting like the Bundus and motherfucking who else, whatever, and you seen Crawford fighting guys like Gamboa. Do you feel like his role was a little tougher to the top or what?
Well, I mean, he got some. Crawford got some decent work before Gamboa. I mean, well, and keep in mind,
Yeah,
Gamboa like wasn't
Gamboa.
all washed up. Like he fought Breeders Prescott before Gamboa, and Prescott wasn't a hoe. But after Gamboa,
Yeah,
he
he fought
started.
Ricky Burns. Ricky Burns was a top fighter.
Delorme was cool. Postal was shit.
Postal,
Postal
Postal,
might be Crawford's best win at this fucking point.
You think so?
I
Postal was
mean,
good. Julius
if we keep it,
Zagago. That's a good
if
win.
we, if we keep it real, but as far as resumes overall, Spence got that. It's not even a question.
You said Spence got that.
On the resume and yeah, I mean, because you're talking about who got matched tougher earlier in their career, like brought up through the ranks, and like that's kind of similar because for the first 10 fights it was kind of nobody, and then Spence fought Vargas when he was still something, Phil Greco when he was okay, I guess, Barrera when he was decent, Algieri, which people don't want to give him no credit for. Then he started getting, Bundu, Brook, Peterson, Ocampo, Garcia, Porter, Garcia. That's when he went on like fucking a line of murderers. So As far as when they were first starting, that's kind of similar because they both didn't get into any real smoke until like damn near their 16th to 20th fights, But it did take Bud a little later than Spence to start fighting some real people. I will say that.
Yeah, I feel like that's
I would
what
disagree with that.
I feel like PPC pushed him into a little tougher fights. You
Because
know
for
what I'm
his 16th fight, Spence fought Vargas, and Crawford didn't get to nobody real until Prescott, which was his 20th fight. So that's why I said what I said.
saying?
I know, but you got to think about the divisions at the time. At 135 and at 140, there was no hard competition out there where Bud was fighting. He fought the top competition. There was nothing hard out there.
That's true. No one's taking that away from Bud at all. And his 140 run, I think, is more solid than people like to give him credit for. It's just that his 147 is kind of leaves a lot to be desired, especially with all the shit he be talking. He be talking about how everybody's avoiding him, and it's like, all right, Crawford.
All right, nigga.
Yeah, it's like you just might want to sit your ass down real quick. Just calm down. We saw Green Beans put in a little work for a minute, so let's back it on up.
Who had a tougher fight, Virgil Ortiz or Crawford with Mean Machine?
Mm,
Yeah, let's talk about it.
It's been a minute since I've actually watched Crawford versus Green Beans because, but I don't. Honestly, I'd need to watch Crawford again, but because didn't Crawford take him more rounds to stop Green Beans?
I think
Yeah,
so.
but to me, it seemed like he was in there playing with him. He was just walking forward. He wasn't using his ankles like I seen. It seemed like he just wanted to lock him down the whole fight.
Actually, no. Crawford, I'm looking it up right now because I don't want to talk out of my ass. But with Crawford knocked him out in the ninth. Virgil knocked him out in the eighth. So not that much difference, really. It's kind of marginal. But I
Yeah,
probably
they both was technically knocked down too.
yeah. They just didn't give the knockdown on Virgil Ortiz because they want to. I guess Golden Boy trying to make
Yeah, I
sure.
heard like that. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, Virgil looked like he was closer to getting stopped. I'll say that because he was really wobbled. He started to hold, and I did notice how Virgil did not take any of the shit that Haney took when he took Linares' his right hand. I noticed that shit.
Yep.
They gave Virgil a complete pass for almost getting stopped, but Haney takes one punch, stumbles over the referee, and all of a sudden he's exposed, he's trash, no one should fight him. I'm like, wait, what? So no one should fight
That
him
shit
now?
kills me. They like, yeah, oh, Haney's so trash. He gets beat by everyone, but tell everyone to go beat him then. Like, yeah, that shit makes no sense to me. If you think
Right.
you
They
can
say
go beat him, go beat him then.
right. They say Haney's trash, but nobody want to man up and take him out. All right, for sure.
Bro, that's like the dumbest shit ever. Whoever said that, don't even believe it. I don't even believe shit like that when niggas say like, bro, what? Come on, man.
Nah, it's the same. It's the same race fans as usual. But here's it's funny. Here's what I say. The people that honestly think that Virgil Ortiz Jr. beats Crawford right now are just the children of the same people who thought Canelo beat Mayweather. That's all they are. They're the children of those who thought the same shit almost 10 years ago. And went like, and I also saw on Twitter something about Virgil turning down Crawford even. So I'm just like, yeah, because no, that's not how life works.
I was just talking about that. How like because somebody tried to claim that because we were talking about Canelo versus Plant. And I don't know how the conversation got to it, but I was telling somebody like, "Yo, man, there was a time where a lot of people thought Canelo was going to beat Floyd. They was even listing it as the one, like Canelo's the one that's going to beat Floyd. Do y'all remember that shit?
100%. Bunch of people, everybody. Oh, this is
Mm-hmm.
it. Mayweather's been cherry picking his whole career, but now he fought somebody real. And then when he came in and washed his ass, all of a sudden it was, Canelo was only 23. He could barely drink for 2 years. Give him some time. I'm like, ugh, all right.
He didn't have his main strength. You know what I'm saying? He ain't eat the steak yet.
Right, yeah. And I also find it funny how people are like, prime for prime, Canelo smokes Mayweather. I'm like, so let me get this right. 36, 37-year-old Mayweather beat the brakes off a 23-year-old Canelo with pretty much all the advantages, speed, strength, all that stuff. You're telling me if you bring Canelo 10 years forward and take Mayweather 10 years back, you gonna get better results? What the fuck? Are you in? That doesn't even
Can
make
you
fucking
can you
sense.
imagine?
Pretty
Despite the
boy would
weight,
have broken his neck.
despite the weight, but can you imagine like a 23-year-old Floyd versus a 36-year-old Canelo Alvarez?
He would have stopped him in fucking 4 rounds. It wouldn't.
Like,
It wouldn't
bro,
even been
what the?
real.
I'm just talking about styles. I ain't talking about the size. I'm just talking about the styles. Like, you know what I mean? Come
Right.
on, bro.
If we even take the Floyd that fought fucking shit, let me see. If we take the Floyd that fought De La Hoya and put him in with Canelo now, Canelo might get fuck around and get stopped.
Hmm. Who would win, Canelo or Oscar De La Hoya?
Canelo now versus Oscar De La Hoya at the
Oscar De
same
La Hoya
age
watches all these motherfucking fighters.
Yeah, I'm talking about
is
back
this,
then.
I don't think it's a fight out there between like
oh yeah, probably
130 and
Oscar on that one.
154 that can beat Oscar De La Hoya.
Hmm. Oscar De La Hoya was vulnerable to a solid jab, which is why people like Virgil Ortiz. I'm not saying he beat him. I'm saying he gave him a lot of fucking trouble, and that shit might have to go to distance.
Oh no, man,
Looks
Oscar
like he
was
was
a
vulnerable
dog.
to
I don't
boxing
know.
too.
Okay, that's great. He had 40 fights at that age. Cool. That means he should have had enough ring experience to get the damn job done. You're making Canelo look bad.
To Oscar will win. Shit, yeah, I fuck with. What do y'all think about Herring versus Shakur Stevenson? I was just talking about that.
It's gonna be either really really good or really really boring because it seems like it's gonna be a southpaw chess match. I got
It's
I
gonna be
got
hard.
Stevenson. Yeah, I got Stevenson. Part of me says Stevenson by decision, but also part of me thinks if Stevenson doesn't get the stoppage, I'm not sure how else he's gonna fucking win. To be quite honest. And luckily there's tape on Herring taking the L to Shafikov, so they could use that. And I think that Stevenson brings more to the table than Shafikov ever could. But yeah, no, I'm not writing Herring off at all. I think it's close. I think it's damn near 50-50, but I give Stevenson the edge.
What makes me just a little discouraged about Stevenson, I always say this. I say, man, I have yet to see his chin tested. You know what I mean? Have you really seen him rock with a shot?
Nope, absolutely not.
And does Herring have enough pop in his punches to rock him? I think so.
Probably considering the way he cooked Frampton's ass, tore him out the frame. So with one uppercut. So yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah. And what did we just see from Haney, right? We seen the young bull get hit, and we are sitting on our we was on our chairs, you know what I'm saying, standing up. Cause we're like, yo, what the fuck? You see how his legs was wobbling? What if Shakur get hit? We don't know how he reacts. I don't want to be surprised like I was surprised when I seen Haney get hit.
I'll
Crawford,
admit
I
when
was
Stevenson was
wow.
crying after the Olympics, that shit does not bode well. I'm like, oh goddamn, he's crying because he lost. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was like, oh fuck, what's gonna happen in the pros when he come up against some real people? Oh no.
I'm gonna keep it 100. That was my first time ever seeing Shakur Stevenson, just because of that meme. I didn't really follow the Olympics like that, but I seen like memes and like videos of this kid crying, and I was like, "What the fuck he crying for?" And the whole time I was feeling bad for him, 'cause I was like, "Damn, y'all kind of fucked up. Got this nigga crying on here. Like, he get robbed? Shit.
Yeah, nah. So, but no, I think it's
Now he a
Stevenson.
gangster now, so let's keep it going."
Yeah, I think he's gonna have the ability and the head movement to evade Jamel's defensive jab. I think he has the speed to close the distance, and he works better inside, in my opinion, and is gonna definitely target the body because Jamel has the size of reach advantage. So I think he'll be able to close it up, unless at the very beginning he starts doing like he starts being real gun shy and just doesn't want to get off first. Then that's gonna have some issues.
What you think, Hakeem?
I I have to agree, and I don't actually think he would actually get caught with.
You say you don't think he gonna get caught with anything?
Nah, I think Shakur defense solid enough to where he won't have to we won't have to see his chin get tested.
I
So
mean, I hope it does get tested for Shakur's benefit. At least then he'll actually know where he stands in
you
that
have to make
department.
it adult because people. What I think, you know what I think too? I think echoes of the last fight gonna get in his head. Oh, you just boxing. You gotta step it up. You gotta take it to him. And next thing you know, he in there with a fucking trying to trade with fucking Heron, and Heron got that reach and he clip his ass. Then what? What if he abort the game plan and get clipped? We gotta think about shit like that.
I don't think Stevenson's the type to abort the game plan, but I do think that he may give up too many rounds in that situation. I don't think he's the type to where his game plan will completely change unless he were to like be either put down like to sleep or completely discombobulated. I don't think he's that type of fighter.
Yeah, but we don't, and that's why we ready to see it because we want to know what the fuck is gonna happen. Because isn't this his first test? And think about it. If this is considered his first test, can we agree that this is a really, really, really tough test at that?
This
Because
is yeah, this is
Harris coming off a knockout win, isn't he? Isn't he?
yeah over Frampton.
In Dubai? Was it in Dubai or am I tripping?
No, it was because Herring's with MTK now.
Yeah, it was in Dubai. Yeah.
I think that honestly, this is a situation in which Bob, because of what Stevenson's been rather outspoken lately, I think Bob trying to get Stevenson out the picture. That's just me. It's kind of like when Teofimo was running his mouth about Triller, he was like, all right, okay, Devin Haney gonna be your next fight, and then Teofimo was like, oh, hold on, I was just playing, goddamn. Like so, I think it's one of those type of situations.
Ain't that some? Hey, promoters really got the chance. They really have the power to do that. Cause he could fuck around and promote you in a way where it makes you don't want to fight Haney. Damn.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what he said. He was like, okay, I'm going to Triller. Everyone, all the kids on the internet were like, oh, he's a brilliant businessman, like Mayweather, da 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 da. And then Bob said, okay, so Devin Haney will be your next fight. And TV was like, okay, wait, hold on. So if we could just talk real quick, see what had happened was with the Triller, and then he started fucking copping pleas and backpedaling and all that bullshit.
Man.
Yeah,
Hey,
and then
hey, do y'all
next thing
remember?
you know, him and
Y'all
Bob
remember
good.
Floyd did that to Tank?
Oh yeah, when he was talking shit about Floyd for a second, he was like, "Man, I want all this contract type shit." Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, Tank told he was talking mad shit about Floyd on fucking internet, and then I remember it was like a big fight going on. Floyd got on talking about, yeah, I'm finna contact Bob Arum so we can get the Tank versus Loma fight going. Tank was on Twitter talking about some this nigga talking about wow he really negotiating fights without even telling me. Them motherfucking promoters some motherfuckers, bro. And I feel like he was trying to do that with Teofimo too. Tell us something, yeah, we can get the Haney, we can get the Loma rematch.
A rematch, all that shit. Bro,
Yeah,
that shit
yeah,
crazy.
exactly.
Lopez really don't want to fight Loma again. He really don't. He know he's seen that knock. He's seen that Nakatani fight. He just went, bro. Lomachenko dismantled and destroyed Nakatani. Nakatani gave fucking Teofimo a harder fight than Lomachenko, if you ask me. Shit.
That's facts.
Shit. But after he seen that shit, I'm pretty sure he's thinking to himself, like, man, even though I got out of that shit, I don't want to go backwards. Because what if I don't get the same results?
Yeah, and that's also why he stopped talking so much open shit about Haney after he saw the Linares situation. Because outside of maybe one person that Linares lost to when he got knocked out in the second round, like I said before, everybody that beat Linares was losing to him as far as boxing is concerned. I'm pretty confident that most of them were down on the cards until they had to stop him. Haney is the only one to outbox him and actually embarrass Linares. He had him like swinging into the ropes and looking crazy, getting hit by the same
Dude.
punch 3 or 4 times. Like his head looked like a fucking Pez dispenser. So it's like he saw that and was like, "Oh
Yep.
shit." He's like, "Oh shit! All right, this might
Yep.
this,
And
this
not
gonna
only
get some
that,
shit here."
Linares might be the hardest puncher at that division and shit like that.
Is
Like
that the vision?
literally everyone he laying that, yeah, in that division, everybody he laying that right hand on, they either drop or they get stumbled and shit like that. So I'm
Yeah,
thinking Tiafoe was looking at that like, damn, he survived that right hand. It ain't shit I can do to him.
And then I know
yeah,
Teofimo seen that dude throwing all types of punches. Dude, Haney was doing everything. If there was like a book of boxing, like what to do, Haney was showing every page basically. Like, this is how you throw a left hook. This is how you throw a jab. This is how you throw uppercut. He was just doing everything on that man, completely styling on him, all up into that point where he got caught.
Absolutely, and that's why I mean it's not funny, but it kind of is because it's like you're absolutely right. He was throwing every punch in the book, and Linares was still up there, still couldn't get him out of there. He was hitting the body, he was hitting the head, and it's just like, damn, this man, boy. Hopefully he does like some or like some strength training or something. I mean, not that knockouts are mandatory, but eventually he might come up to those people where you have to stop him. Like for example, let's say he went up to 140 and fought someone like Subriel Matias. If you don't stop Subriel Matias, it might be an issue because even the one loss he got is highly debatable. I watched that fight twice and I was like, what? How did Petrosian or whatever get a decision? It doesn't make no sense.
He's gonna have to learn something from Floyd Mayweather. Like, how do you please the fans by, not knocking them out, but outboxing them?
Devin Haney's never gonna please the fans. He could start being a KO machine and they would just say everyone he's fighting is bums. It's not gonna happen. He needs to get over that. That's what almost got his ass whooped. He was trying to please the fans and ran into some shit. He needs to get over that like Floyd did and just start
Him
and
and
profit
Shakur
off.
Stevenson.
Right? Yeah, they need to
They
start
never gonna
learning
be
to
fan
profit off
pleasers.
hatred. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
they gotta
and
embrace it. They gotta embrace the hate.
exactly. It's just like Charlo. Ain't nobody
It's
gonna
still
like
not
you
going.
niggas.
It's not. It's nothing they can do to really boost their popularity. They boring. Like let's just be honest, they boring fighters and stuff like that. And there's nothing like I feel like the only thing Shakur can do maybe to boost his popularity is if you go into this Stevenson fight and try not to do a all defensive fight, but at least engage with him a little bit. Like
He
pick
gotta talk
certain parts
shit.
of the rounds to where you want to fight in the pocket. Not even talking shit. Nobody care about talking shit when
Look,
you gonna
no,
just
no,
throw
no. I'm,
throw
I'm, I'm gonna
jabs
keep it.
around.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it
I don't
100.
even think I don't think they're boring. But go ahead.
I'm gonna keep it 100. If I was sitting in the PR chair for Herring, uh, I would have him doing more of that hood shit, hood street nigga, looking like a hood street nigga, whatever, wearing the fitted caps to the side and all that. I have him doing more of that, talking real reckless at Herring. Stop being. I know they get it. I get it. They're respectful towards each other, but like, I mean, go at him, dude. Be a big mouth. Be that big mouth. So everybody gonna want to see you lose. Everybody's gonna want to see you lose when you start disrespecting the veteran and all that shit. They're like, who the hell is this kid? And then Heron going there and I'm saying I'm talking about if I was Shakur, if I was on Shakur's side. If I was Shakur, I would be fucking basically telling him to go at Herring, keep that mentality of you the young dude in charge and you're going at the veteran because more people's gonna want to see him get knocked out. And if he doesn't get knocked out and he actually wins by knockout, they're gonna be like, oh, okay, who is this guy? Who is this young guy that was popping all this shit and won? Because it's like this. I remember watching the episode of Godfather Harlem. They were talking about the Ali situation or whatever before him fighting, so he listened. And I remember watching this on a documentary. Everybody thought the guy was gonna lose. They just assumed that he was just a loudmouth. People want to see the loudmouth get knocked out. But if the loudmouth don't get knocked out and he wins by a knockout or impressively, it's going to draw all eyes on him because they're going to expect him to do that to the next guy and the next guy and all that. You guys feel where I'm coming from, or you think I'm just talking crazy business?
No, absolutely. And he also needs to capitalize on constantly wearing the Mexican colors like Mayweather and Tank did. That shit works. You want instant hate. You do that.
The reason why I don't think so, I don't like that because I feel like if you black, you might as well just rep being black. Don't try to please people that won't even give a fuck about you. Yeah, you can have Mexican fans, but the hardcore Mexican fans really not gonna fuck with you like that.
No. What I'm saying is that
But remember,
Mexican
he
fans
came up
only get
top, right?
mad
To
when
say he
black people
not
do
black.
that.
He said he Puerto Rican.
Yeah,
Oh shit, he did say that.
see,
Oh my god.
and that's the thing, bro. Here's the thing. Somebody made an excellent post. He said from here on out, boxers should strive to get a fan base like Deontay Wilder's. Do you think that's true?
Absolutely, every fan base should have a fan base like Wilder. They do the research, they investigate, and I'm talking as a member of that group. They do the research, they investigate, they advocate, and they use the same standards to measure you that they do everyone else.
Yep, and they spend money on you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that should be true. That should be really truthful like that for the next up and coming boxers. Know what they should do? Look at Charlo and say, "This is what the fuck I'm not gonna do." Um, I'm not gonna fucking call my own fans broke. Um, like that's like as just marketing. If I was like somebody in the PR group, I'd just be shaking my fucking head because I'm like, Charlo, what in the world? What would possess you to call out fans and call them broke? Who would do some stupid shit like that? Damn, I'm missing all these chats. But shout out to everybody in the chat. You said,
Well, we being honest, he wasn't calling his fans broke. He was calling boxing fans broke. Because we being honest, he ain't got no fans. We saw that with his pay-per-view numbers.
And it's sad because even the people that hated both Charlo brothers would give Lil Charlo some credit, saying he actually has a resume and he's doing what he's supposed to do in boxing. And I think he's trying to capitalize on all four of those people from the ops that give him some credit. All four Hispanic fans that actually like, well, you know what? At least Little Charlo's handling some business. So I think he's trying to make those four fans happy, and then and he's fucking everybody else up. Oh, everybody muted all of a sudden.
hold on, my bad, my bad. I had to go spit, but I heard you. I
Oh,
ain't
okay.
sound
No,
fucking.
it's all good.
But yeah, like, dude, like, I hope he knows those tropes don't spend no money.
Absolutely not. All of them are teenagers. Just like all the people that are talking about how Canelo and Fury are now goats. Most of them are not adults. It's like, what are we talking about?
They're the greatest of all time, bro. What do you think, man? You think that count was long as hell this time around again?
I
Or you,
mean,
or you leave it alone?
I'm I'm not gonna say it definitively, but Andre Ward instinctively called that shit out. He didn't waste no time. He like it rolled off the tongue like he was thinking it while it was happening.
What
And
what
then
did
I
he
know
what did he say?
he was
I
like,
didn't.
"Oh, well." During the fight, I didn't hear all of it because I was like taking a sip of something, and I was telling fucking Wilder to keep his damn hands up when he pulls back. But he was he was like, "Oh, that count was." He said something along the lines was, the count was a little excessive, something like that. But it slipped out real quick, and I noticed that he didn't say no shit like that after. And then to like the day after on Twitter, all this Fury dick sucking, just Fury can do whatever he wants. He's the greatest, and I'm like, yeah. Top Rank got on that ass. They were like, whoa, what the fuck you think you're doing, boy? You can't be saying shit like that during the fight. Are you crazy? Do you want another job? What the fuck wrong with you? Like, they probably gave him that email.
And I seen it, man. I seen it. I'm like, yo, what the fuck, man? But it is what it is, dude. It's in the past now. Said art, what you using to draw? I'm using the iPad Pro and a Procreate application. Yeah. Hell yeah, we in here working, yo. Said boycott Charlo. Yeah, the boycott's still on. It really haven't really left.
They didn't even got a boycott. They did the boycott. It ain't like you got fans.
He
Yeah,
boycotted himself.
Charlo's popularity wasn't even all that to even boycott. Now he's just fucking himself. Because
They just
everyone always said he was just he was him and his brother are hype machines already. The same people they trying to please were the same ones saying they're both hype machines, ain't got no resume. Both of them lose to Canelo and blah 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 blah. And now, like I said earlier, at least Big Charlo got the damn sense to shut the fuck up, because we're like, bro, you over here talking about rematching Montiel because you need to convince some people. Nigga, shut up.
he said he want to rematch Montiel.
Yeah, I saw that shit today. He was like, he might rematch Monty. I'm like, bro, if you don't get your,
Nigga, you better not. You
because I
know,
mean,
bro, what?
he's literally giving in to casuals because Montiel didn't win more than 3-4 rounds anyway. That's just
Mon-
like when people
I don't
say
even
that's,
think
that's just like
Montiel's
when people say he lost to Korobov. Like, what the fuck? How? What rounds did Korobov win to win that fucking fight?
it was just a tough fight. That's why.
Yeah, every time Korobov landed a single straight left, they would say, "Oh, Korobov won the round." What the fuck? That was one punch.
You know how it goes. My guy says Fear's good, but he's definitely not the greatest of all time. Yeah. Shout out to my dude D Hodge. He said, "What up, Art Man?" The panel, the chat, LDB salute. Yeah. Shout out to you guys, man. Nigga, I linked up with the LDBC when I was out there and at the fight. That shit was lit. We was in that motherfucking lit. Man, it was a good night, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was a real good night. I'm just
Who
upset
all
the
was
brother.
that?
Who's you said what? It
Who
was
all was that?
I seen Drew Titan, Blue Blood. Now I ain't seen Blue Blood in person, but I just seen him through all the picture shit. But he was there. Um BFTV, um the dude for boxing selection, he was there. And then we met, bro. Trader, bro. We saw a lot of famous people. Trader Truth was there. He brought them little boxing twins. Hope these little twins grow up and don't be like the last the last twins. But he had the little Texas twins with him or whatever. I don't know if they from Texas, but man, them kids is the future. I was looking at them. I'm like, bro, them motherfuckers are built. They look strong already for some. Have you ever seen some strong children?
Only in like videos of Russia where they gotta mine coal as children or
Yeah,
some
like shit
shit.
like that, bro. I was looking at those kids. Pause. Not on R. Kelly shit, but I was
Oh
looking at. Look,
Jesus!
they was with Trader. They was with Trader Truth, right? The rapper Trader Truth. They was next to him or whatever, and they was taking pictures and shit. And I was just looking at them kids, and I'm like, bro, them motherfucking kids are kind of like stacked. Like they look like they'll whoop the shit out of some other kids. They already had their muscle formation. Like you can already see that they're toned out for some kids. And I'm like, I was just thinking to myself, like, man, though we got to, man. If people think it's over for America when it comes to boxing, they're tripping because we're always gonna have great, youthful, skillful fighters.
I can't
Imagine the
stand
fighters that's
that.
gonna be around 15 years from now.
I can't stand that. How when Wilder loses, all of a sudden just every black person lost. What the fuck is that?
I see.
When the Like, just bro, when the fuck did Wilder become the representative of all African Americans? I mean, is he a representative of the community? Yes, but when he loses, we don't all lose, especially considering he needed black training assistants.
It's like this. It's like this. I seen a post on Facebook actually, and it was somebody said no, it was Tyson Fury singing the N word, using the N word in that song, right? And they said, "Damn, what the fuck are we gonna do? We just sent our best hitter out there. He couldn't take him out." And I was just like, "Damn, fuck Tyson Fury, man." Real shit. But I think with Wilder, he does represent our people, but it's not like black people took an L. Our fighter just took an L. God damn, shit, we got more.
We have so many more, and
We have
and, and it's funny
so
because they beat Wilder and then they run in from the other ones.
Yeah, exactly. He said, you know what? I'm kind of pissed about it. If Dillian White loses to Otto Wallen, he gets a rematch. Y'all can have that shit.
And
Y'all can
you
have.
know,
I ain't watching that
that's,
shit.
that, that's another thing. I personally, because Andre Ward, of course, because he has to tap dance now that he accidentally said some real shit. He was talking about how, if White gets past Wallen, which I personally think he's going to, if White gets past Wallen, Tyson Fury shouldn't have to fight him. He should be able to go straight to Usyk. I'm like, okay, hold the fuck up on all that bullshit. First of all, White is someone y'all kept for years trying to justify he needed a WBC
You
title
see?
shot when Wilder held the belts, right?
Huh?
And the
Huh?
WB, huh?
No, I'm agreeing. I'm agreeing with you going.
Right. And then the WBC only set that bullshit up because in the event that Wilder actually got past Fury, the first thing they was gonna have him do is throw White in there because they all thought White could take him out. So I'm like, so Fury shouldn't be able to get to dodge that smoke either, especially because Usyk still has AJ problems. What you gonna do? So go ahead. You should be able to fight White. Wilder should be able to fight, the loser of White v. Wallen, which I think is gonna be Wallen because Ruiz fighting Martin. People talking about Ruiz. Ruiz ain't getting ready to fight no Wilder right fucking now. He said that he's getting ready to fight either Martin or Ortiz, and Ortiz would beat his ass. So he's gonna fight Martin. That just is what it is. So I'm thinking I want that same energy y'all had when Wilder had the belt. Well, now that Fury retained the belt, he has to fight White now, right? Isn't White overdue a title shot? It's been so many years. He's been the mandatory forever, hasn't he? What's wrong? I don't understand how. Oh no, Fury needs to walk right past Usyk. Walk right to Usyk. Meanwhile, there's fucking footage of Fury literally saying Usyk's boring, don't want to fight him.
And he's a foreigner.
Right. So I'm
My
like,
thing
nah.
is, let Tyson Fury can go ahead and walk past a White and fight Usyk if he want. I don't give a fuck. Just drop the belt.
Or that, yeah, or that.
Mm.
Like, damn, he's so great. Like, so like Tyson Fury, the only motherfucking champion who ain't got to fucking face his mandatories, huh? So fuck dealing White. Let Tyson Fury skip all his mandatories.
Yeah, no, because exactly. That's the way I feel about it. Because I'm saying that if it's really not about color, if it's really not about the individual, it's just about the WBC belt. Then go ahead. White's overdue for a title shot, isn't he? Isn't he overdue for a title shot? Hadn't he put in his work? Hasn't he done all this bullshit? Blah 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 blah. You know, beat up Chisora, lost to Joshua, and I think fucking Parker. Yeah, he's overdue. So Fury should have to go ahead, especially because he ain't got shit else to do. He ain't gonna fight nobody else real. So go ahead.
I want to see White versus Jared Anderson.
Oh shit, White was fuck
Jared
around.
Anderson a couple notches, man. I want to see that shit. We need to go back like we need to go back like the 80s. Let's just all have the heavyweights just mix up. Fuck it. The fact that Wilder versus Fury 3 is like an all-time classic now, it lets you know like the lack of great heavyweight fights that should have came, bro, a while ago. We should have been having major fights like this. We could have been saying this July of 2020. You know, we should have been, man, bro, Undisputed should have been next year, literally. But we're not even 100% sure we'll get that shit.
Nope. All the money that Hearn is about to pump in AJ's ass, he's like, my prized possession just got fucking destroyed. And I already knew, at first I was kind of thinking, oh, AJ ain't going to do it. But then someone reminded me he just signed that slave contract. Hearn be like, boy, you better sign that rematch. I don't give a fuck. You know how much bread I just fucking spent on your ass? You going to get your ass back out there and redeem yourself?
Hearn probably made it so awkward and uncomfortable that AJ was like, fuck it, I'm just going to do it. Fuck it.
He ain't got no choice. He on the plantation now. It's official. So you better make that fucking money.
And what's so crazy though is,
well, it's not even that. Yeah, I don't think people understand. If AJ even lose the rematch, he's still gonna have the UK support. They still gonna buy his fight, so he's still gonna be a money man and stuff like that. I think he's just taking the rematch to take the rematch.
Bro.
I mean, the UK threw him in the dumpster. The UK threw him in the dumpster for Usyk pretty fast, so I don't know about all that.
And like, bro, they didn't already throw his ass in the dumpster, bro.
They're
not picking him in the rematch.
Hell no,
they just
they're all like Usyk by stoppage.
They just talk. Remember they were talking all that after the Ruiz fight, and they all flew out to the second fight to go watch him. Yeah, they just talk. They gonna still spend that money to see AJ.
No, I mean absolutely. I'm sure they'll spend their money because AJ's probably gonna fight some marquee people with the Usyk rematch, but they're watching for Usyk. They're not watching for AJ no more. At first it was a mixture, but now all the UK people are now honorary Usyk fans.
Yep.
I just find it funny too how how the rating systems work. Like when they thought that Wilder was gonna beat Fury the night before, they were like Usyk is technically the number one KO if we're really talking about it. And I'm like, how the fuck is that when Joshua had all them belts just not fucking a month ago and he wasn't number one? What the fuck is this? Like it's just how the ratings move. And then BoxRec released their pound for pound list on Twitter, and they're talking about how Tyson Fury is like number 3 pound for pound. I'm like, wait, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck? What am I fucking witnessing right now? Like, I'm all kinds of confused.
Yeah, half the time I'd be confused my damn self. Said his dead ass was some white man on Twitter saying Wilder had no chin. Like, bro, like, man, that's just crazy. Like, dude, right now they're stuck in between giving Wilder credit and giving Tyson Fury credit for this win. They don't even really know what to do. It's like, how
Yeah,
can you say Wilder ain't shit, but then they say, damn, Tyson Fury's the greatest in the world for beating Wilder? That shit just don't make no sense to me.
they're super crossed up. And it's funny because we got people like Hearn and everybody talking about Wilder's gaining a new fan base. I'm like, no, those are the casuals that have been saying he's trash for years to not give him any credit if he beat Fury, now having to recant their statements because they realize Fury career ain't shit but an old ass Klitschko that he had to go 12 rounds with. That's all.
Yep. Now it's Wilder. Now it's his biggest win is not fucking Klitschko. It's Wilder. Let's be real.
Yep. Yeah, his biggest win is a guy who started boxing at 20 off of a beer truck, made the Olympics, got a bunch of knockouts, had nobody in his family that boxed, just started boxing to make some money. And he had to do 3 fights with cheating to definitively put the shit to rest.
Yep.
That honestly makes Fury look fucking horrible. And keep in mind, Wilder's not the first person he cheated. And what's funny is that after the Klitschko fight in which he won, Fury said Klitschko cheated. Fury said Klitschko fucking cheated
I
him.
would.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he said he tried to cheat with the gloves, he tried to cheat with the ring. He made up all kinds of excuses and he
Try to
fucking
cheat
won.
water.
Yeah, all kinds of shit, and nobody said nothing. Usyk said Chisora cheated, even though he won that fight. Nobody said nothing. But when Wilder calls a career cheater a cheater, all of a sudden, I really don't like excuses in boxing. You know,
I don't like it. Yeah.
yeah, that's why we don't like Wilder because his lack of skill. He keep making excuses. Meanwhile, Lomachenko got a fucking pass, making excuses because he didn't throw for 6 rounds. Man,
This nigga Lomachenko told the world that his own management paid the judges off damn near, and nobody said shit about it.
This man Lomachenko said somebody hacked CopyBox. He said somebody hacked into the CopyBox system and changed the punch stats. He really won the fight. But then after that, he said, "Oh, I didn't get a full camp, so that's why I didn't throw." But I thought you won and they had CopyBox. So what the fuck you talking about the camp for?
Look,
Like,
let me tell you, you know that blood, sweat, and tears series they have.
yeah,
I swear to God, man, I was watching. It was episode 1, I believe. I was watching it, and the coach said, "This is the first camp where Loma's like 100% no injury free." Da, 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 da. I swear, bro. I swear. And then after the fight, when the arm injuries came out, nigga, they deleted that video ASAP. You can't even go. I swear, bro, you can go on there and see Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, every other episode besides the first one, because
oh
that's what
my
said that.
god, I
Yeah,
swear. I swear, because I didn't watch all of it, but I watched some of it. I didn't watch that part, but I watched the part where they talked about how he got a full camp. Literally, right after the fight, oh, my camp got cut in half. Nigga, what the fuck? What, like, what are you talking about? Oh
yeah.
my god! And the casuals were just like, Lomachenko is still the best. I'm like, bro, he was never the best to fucking start. What are you talking about? And then they want to try to hype up like the same people that were hyping up Teofimo are now saying, oh well, he would lose to Loma this time. I'm like, man, just can y'all pick? This is what I'm saying, that most of the boxing fans or fans, casuals online that run the discourse are children. Like they fucking consistently flip flop.
Yeah, consistently flip flop, and then they salute me for being solid. Oh man, I salute you for sticking to your. Yeah, nigga, I stick to my shit. The fuck, y'all be flip flopping, so y'all really don't know about that shit.
It's for real. Like one moment AJ's the shit, next moment he's a big slow puncher. One moment he's British, one moment he's black. One moment Loma's the greatest, next moment Loma's fucking trash. One moment Teofimo's the goat, the next Hispanic Mayweather. Next moment he's a fucking ducking bitch. Like it's just, oh my god, like it's just
Exactly.
it's so fucking it's just too much. It's just too much, and it's funny because they call us racist because we hold every other fighter to the same standards we're held to, and they can't handle the shit.
Bro, can you imagine if some of these fighters that go through the shit that we go through were black? Imagine if a black fighter got caught up with some shit, with some tea. Oh,
Jarrell Miller did, and he got banned.
exactly right.
Jarrell Miller did, he got banned. People say Mayweather was on steroids, just like, and people say Wilder's on steroids. Like it's crazy. They say
I
all
remember
kinds of shit.
because they was believing Art, man. They started shit. They saw Wilder improvement. They said, "Oh man, Wilder's gonna knock him out." But then it's like, "Oh man, you see Wilder on pads. He's on pads." Because they were putting that playing together just in case if he knocked out Fury.
Yeah,
Yeah, these people are crazy, man. You'd be
yeah.
surprised. Crazy.
It's just like they were trying to say, oh, Fury hasn't really been training. So I'm like, and that's why I kept trying to debunk that. I'm like, no, Fury not only had 2 full fights in camps before Wilder v Fury won, he had 2 fights after Wilder v Fury won as well, before the second fight, and he has 2 full fights of Wilder experience. He's in the best shape of his goddamn life. And then what happened?
Yeah. But Fury, man, what surprised me, man, he maybe just built different because he looked at fat as shit in that fight, man. Fatter. And was still like had better stamina than Wilder. I was like, what the fuck?
To me, that says drug use. Just saying.
That says drug use. Yeah.
Man, nah, man, I don't think it's drug. He's just a freak of nature, bro. The dude like 6'9" and weigh like damn near 300 motherfucking pounds. He light on his
But
feet, motherfucking got no stamina issues. Like, god damn. Like
but
he
he
just
has a
I
history
don't
of
know. He
PED
one of
use.
those once
Yeah,
in a
that's what I'm
lifetime.
saying. He has a history.
but
Yeah,
but
but
he
he
but he has a history of PED use. I'm just saying.
I know, but PEDs can't do all that for you. PEDs only help you drain. They can't go out there and make you
Mm,
punch out. They can't go out there and make you have no this and
Or
that.
yes, they
are
could.
you sure? Because whenever Russians
Nah,
get banned from the Olympics, it's usually not for strength PEDs, it's those for stamina, those for focus, like beta blockers, and stimulants. So I wouldn't go saying all of that.
I
Hmm.
know, but PEDs is just used for training. It helps you like put that extra like what the fuck they call it, that extra above and beyond in your training. So like you get more out of your training and stuff like that. Cause like old dude went
PEDs
into the
are
Josh Taylor fight on PEDs and they helped him against Josh Taylor.
no, I mean that's yeah, I mean that's a situation. But I mean you're trying to make the argument that PEDs aren't actively used in competition, and that's factually incorrect. PEDs are used in competition.
Nah,
That's why it's
they
such a
use
big
in
deal.
competition, but like it's not like if I shoot up some PEDs right before the fight, it's going to actually give me an advantage. And all the advantage
That's
comes in the training.
That's exactly my point. If you've been training on PEDs for years, don't you think you're going to have an advantage in competition?
Yeah.
I mean, you
Yeah,
just
that's
said
what I'm
people
saying. But
use
I'm
them
not
in
saying like
training.
I'm just saying it's not like a PED I can take out there that takes me from like a pillow fist to a iron fist puncher. PEDs just help you train better and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, PEDs do improve your strength, but right, it's not going to turn you into an iron fist puncher. I think that him dipping his hands in petrol, if he's really done that, that probably helped a little bit. Because all of a sudden, when he's fighting Wilder, he says that he's going to dip his hands in petrol and make his hands really hard. So I'm like, oh, okay, I guess he decided to whip out that trick to make sure he got Wilder out of there, I guess. So black fighters should try that. I know. I'm gonna join a boxing gym. I'm gonna try that shit, see if it works.
Man,
I'm literally gonna go to a gas station, get fucking premium fuel, and dip my hands in that shit, and then try to punch through drywall.
is that right?
Yeah, I'll try it. I'll try it. I'll try some things once. I'm not gonna say I'll try anything once. I'll try some things once.
Nah, I would do that
Who
shit.
y'all think gonna beat Fury? Y'all think he retires undefeated?
I think he just gonna retire. I honestly don't. I don't see him going. I don't see him going any further.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, he's openly said he
Y'all
didn't want to fight Usyk because Usyk is boring and has no following. I don't think he's gonna fight White because White is kind of
Who
crazy and
to put him in
unpredictable.
another big money fight like Wilder?
I mean, people were amped about that Fury AJ bullshit till AJ got torn out the frame. Like people were like, "Oh, this is really the fight to make. Oh, British heavyweight action, da 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 da, and $500 gajillion," and then AJ got his little ass beat.
Now they
You know what I
talking.
see happening? I see that AJ Usyk rematch going, and they gonna rob Usyk, and nobody gonna give a damn.
Oh, you really think?
I truly think so. Nobody gonna give a goddamn about it.
Who gets to take place? Who gets to stage the next fight?
I heard
Uh,
he supposed to stay promoters.
Hearn pushing White on Fury, which I think is the right move. I don't think Fury gonna take the bait, but I like the fact that Hearn got that energy still. He was pushing White on Wilder, and he pushing White on Fury. I like that.
So what do y'all think about yeah, like who's gonna host the next fight? Like, is it gonna be on the zone?
The next heavyweight fight with Fury.
No, with Usyk versus Joshua.
Oh, I mean, I figured that Hearn would want to keep that in house,
But
but yeah.
where they gonna do that? The Ukraine? He gonna fight him in the Ukraine?
Nah, they probably gonna try to do some
It's
UK
probably
shit
gonna be in
again.
the Middle East.
Or
The
that.
Middle East was saying they want to beat on the fight.
That's just crazy. AJ keep on getting these life or death rematches, bro.
Fucking rematch room trying to get all their bread.
Right.
They're like, hell no, you ain't going nowhere. You gonna fight this nigga one more again just to make
Because I bet you
sure you
AJ's
lost.
probably on some like, you know what? Yeah, I might have to just go back to the drawing boards on this one. They like, nah, fuck all that, nigga. Get your ass right back in there. Because Eddie Hearn was like, yeah, I spoke to AJ. He wanted that rematch immediately. I'm like,
that's
yeah, I'm sure
that's
he
some
said that, or is
bullshit.
that what you said?
That's some straight cap. Man, he was contemplating enrolling in college at that point. He's like, oh shit, man, this man came in here for cruiserweight, touched my big ass up.
Yeah.
Maybe this is for me. Honestly, I don't even think he needs to go back to the drawing board. I think if he just fought fucking well, I think if he fought Usyk like he fucking bullied Dillian White's ass, he'd be okay. Because Usyk doesn't have enough power to take him out with one punch, so that means that
Fight
closing the distance isn't as dangerous.
fight Usyk the way Wilder tried to fight Fury. Bring it to him. Fuck it. Throw it all
Yeah,
on.
yeah. I mean, because and it's funny because in the small portion of the fight where AJ was letting his hands go, Usyk almost got stopped.
He almost got literally like,
He almost. I was like, oh shit! In 3 punches, it's gonna be over. So, because I had Usyk winning by decision, but I honestly wanted AJ to win because I thought Wilder was gonna win, and I want Wilder to put hands on his ass for all that dumb shit. But that didn't happen. But yeah, the 3 solid punches AJ landed, whole fight was almost over. Shit was almost done. Like, and it's funny because people look at Usyk's face after the fight, they got, damn, AJ is deceptively powerful. I'm like, no, that was like 3, 4 punches that landed. It did all that.
yeah. AJ do
Yeah,
got them.
you not lying. And even Uski said man, he got real power. He hit me, I almost cried.
Yeah, man. Because Usyk was fucking rocked. Because Usyk, all he fought was fucking cruiserweights and people coming up from like heavyweight. He felt some of that heavyweight power. He was like, oh shit, I need to switch it up now. I need to be on my feet, jackrabbit in this shit before I can fuck around and lose.
Yeah, I feel like
Like,
AJ hesitated.
oh, he was incredibly gunshot. He thought he was gonna come in there and box like a dumbass. I don't know what the fuck that
That's
was.
what
And,
because
and his corner was trash. They were trying to like tell, oh, you're doing well. I'm like, nigga, you getting washed. You better start throwing haymakers and uppercuts and all this shit. The fuck?
They
yeah.
was saying that shit because they was expecting the gift.
Why you think AJ was making that surprise face? That was kind of odd to me.
Yeah, I'm like, I mean, I know Usyk hadn't really fought anybody, but neither had Triple G, and he fucking took his W at Canelo's ass and got robbed. So it's like, what are we talking about here? You
No,
can't that resume
I'm talking about his Anthony Joshua's facial expression. Do you remember that when he was
on
looking
the
at?
decision.
Yeah, he was like, oh, like his eyes got big.
I cut the fight off as soon as it ended because I knew his ass lost. So I didn't even get a chance to see any facial expressions or hear him run his mouth. But wow, he was surprised.
Yeah, bro, you didn't see that picture of them surprised?
Oh, so I'm like, man, nigga, please tell me which rounds outside of the 3 you might have won that you actually won. I'm surprised. What the fuck? Oh my god, he had the nerve to be surprised. Oh, and Midwest is right. Probably because they expected that. They expected a gift. They were like, oh, sons of bitches. They didn't switch the judges out on us.
And will we be lying if we all didn't think about that too?
I I wouldn't be shocked if they robbed Usyk, especially in England, in Britain, where they were. Shit.
Yeah, they was in Tottenham, toting that ham, getting ready to rob that nigga. But he got it. He got it. But shit, I don't know. I really don't know about that rematch. I'm crazy to see what the fans are going to be saying. I want to know what they're gonna say about that because I have a feeling that a lot of people from the UK are just gonna play that. You know, Usyk is a skillful fighter trick. You know, I don't think they're gonna fully fledged support AJ after that, man, because they're gonna have it in
Yeah.
the back of their mind of AJ losing again.
No, they're definitely not. And me, honestly, I'm probably gonna pick. I'm probably gonna shit. Honestly, I'm probably gonna pick. I'm either right now. I'm picking Usyk by another decision because now that he knows how he beat AJ the first time, he has to expect AJ to come out guns blazing in the next one and be even more concerned. But but honestly, AJ could stop him if he just says fuck it and lets his hands go on Usyk real early. What can Usyk do besides sit there and get fucking pummeled? And also, man needs to put some damn weight back on. How the hell you lose all that weight and get slower? The fuck is that?
I have no idea, man. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this live. We've been doing this for 2 hours strong. Um, Good to be back, man.
Yeah,
Uh,
good to have you back.
Hell yeah. So far, this artwork looking pretty nice. What y'all think?
Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna buy a shirt too. I just got to figure out
You
which.
gonna throw it on some shirts and some hoodies?
Hell yeah, Porter versus Crawford, a dog fight.
I talk a lot of shit about Cheeseman as a joke, but I actually watched some highlights from his DAZN fights. Cheeseman. I mean, he's not
They
fighting
want some
anybody
Cheeseman art,
notable.
dude. These people been telling me they want some Cheeseman art. I'm like, shit. All right, is that what
He's
you want?
actually he's not a complete hoe. I mean, he puts on a good show to be honest. I mean, he got knocked out I think recently, but he hasn't been fighting anybody. But he's entertaining to watch. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. He is not boring.
Yeah, yeah. Some fighters are just made for undercards, and some fighters are just like they just there to put on entertaining fights and shit like that. Like I can't remember dude from back in the day from Rocky Nick. I can't remember his name, but he was fighting Tim Bradley and shit like that. Yeah, I remember the Asian dude.
Oh, Provodnikov?
Yeah,
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 Provodnikov.
yeah, him. Like some people just
Yeah,
like
the
entertaining fighters. They
Siberian
just gotta
Rocky.
put them on undercards.
I'll tell you
yeah.
this: if Ugas let his hands go like Cheeseman, Ugas would be undefeated right now. That's on God.
I believe so. But it is what it is.
All right, for sure. Well, thanks for having me, Art. Much appreciated.
Shout out to you guys. We gonna do this
All right,
again.
y'all, man. Be safe.
Yeah, no problem.